doesn't love a good hack? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some wonderful little no-cost hacks for common nail problems. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. Dray. I'm a board-certified dermatologist. Wait a minute, dermatologist, isn't that skin? Yes, but we're also the experts in nail. If you like nail videos, check out some of my others. I have many on here, but nail concerns are incredibly common. They're the kind of thing that you might forget about when you actually do see a dermatologist, and then right when the visit is just about to end, you're like, oh wait, look at my nail. And maybe your dermatologist is rushing to get out the door and they don't really have the time to talk about it, and they say, oh, just make another appointment. And you're like, yeah, but you're booked for the next decade. So I want to walk you through some simple, efficient, and effective little hacks, remedies for dealing with just some common nail problems at home. Nothing complicated. Let's start with something I get randomly and detest, and that is a hangnail. Hangnails are painful. A lot of people think they just happen randomly, but actually most hangnails start because the nail plate becomes dehydrated. When the nail gets dry, it cracks, and that small crack can lift and separate, and that's what leads to that painful little sliver that snags on everything. So the best prevention is actually nightly moisturizing. I highly suggest moisturizing with urea, or consider glycerin. These are humectants, and they can help to improve the water content in the nail and cut down on hangnail formation. These ingredients help to pull water into the nail, which ultimately reduces cracking. Now, if you do have a hangnail, here's what I suggest. Do not, whatever you do not pull it back, try and tear it off or rip it off, because you will pull vulnerable skin with it, and that can actually set you up for a little infection around the nails, and not pleasant, not to mention it's very uncomfortable. What I suggest to do instead is to trim it with some manicure scissors, and then either moisturize your hands, or if it's still flapping there and seeming to cause you discomfort, you can actually put a little drop of crazy glue, aka super glue, on the tiny little flap and glue it down. That is safe to do, and the skin will just kind of grow out as it turns over naturally, and that will just fall off and things will be great, and it will also help you out as far as the discomfort. So I suggest that, but moisturizing is really a key factor in cutting down on hangnail formation. And the funny thing is that a lot of nail products end up being very drying to the nail plate and can aggravate this condition. So a lot of people spend all this time going to town trimming their cuticles, which also can contribute to drying out of the nail plate. Then they use different nail polishes, which limit water in the nail. And then, of course, there are the nail polish removers. So all of that can really end up drying out the nail plate quite a bit. Glycerin or urea can really help get that back on track. Also consider keeping your nails trimmed short. The longer your nails, the more likely the plate is to become dehydrated and split. Moving down to the toenails, let's talk a little hack about toenail fungus, because that, if you've ever had it, it can take forever to go away. The medical term for toenail fungus is onychomycosis, and I actually have another video on all sorts of little natural remedies for getting rid of it. So I will link that down below in the description box and in a pinned comment. The problem with onychomycosis, toenail fungus, is that it'll start in one nail and then the fungus will spread to other nails. So if you want to get rid of toenail fungus, you want to prevent spread. One simple little hack that can definitely cut down on spread is to get yourself some acetic acid. Yes, that's right, vinegar. Just some plain distilled white vinegar. Vinegar has a low pH. Fungus, on the other hand, much prefers a neutral environment. Applying a small drop of distilled white vinegar under each toenail can acidify the environment, which the fungus does not like. So it's a less favorable environment for fungal growth and for fungal spread. So that's really helpful, not only for preventing spread, for also decreasing distal skin infection. However, this is really important. Vinegar will not treat advanced cases of toenail fungus. It merely helps to cut down on the spread. The infection resides deep within the nail, and therefore prescription medications, oral medications that you take by mouth often, are required to get rid of it. Though we do have some newer topical antifungal medications that work a lot better than older topical antifungals. All right, if you have a thick, stubborn toenail that's difficult to trim. Thick toenails are an especially common problem as we get older. They may be thick due to a prior fungal infection or just trauma to the nail, like banging up against your shoe. Sometimes it's simply age-related changes in the nail plate. If you're finding that typical nail clippers are just not cutting it, no pun intended, what I suggest is to get yourself some salicylic acid. They make salicylic acid-based nail lacquers. There's one from the brand Carousel that I really like, or you could use their intensive ointment with salicylic acid and urea. These ingredients help to improve water content in the nail plate and to help with thinning it out a bit. I suggest applying it to the nail and then wrapping it in a little saran wrap or a bandage to really occlude that on there so it doesn't just rub off, leaving that on overnight, and then the following morning you can take it off and rinse the toe off. That'll really help to cut down on the thickness of the nail plate and allow you to trim it. You do need to do this nightly, and after about 2 weeks is really when you'll notice that the nail plate is much more amenable to being trimmed. At that point, you can also reduce the thickness by gently filing it with a pumice stone, just until it's thin enough to trim. But if the nail is extremely thick or painful, see a podiatrist. That's the safest way to trim it. All right, let's talk about thick, built-up skin around your toenails. We have all seen that one person that has that, or we've seen it on ourselves and we're like, oh my gosh, what do I do about this? Well, you don't want to just go in there and try and trim that away with like cuticle scissors. This risks injury. Instead, what you want to do is soften that first. And that's where urea comes in. So I suggest the Carousel Intensive Foot Ointment. It's a great option, but just look for a foot cream, a callus cream with urea. It's really good at breaking down keratin and softening that. It also increases water binding in the skin and is really great for softening the thickened skin. Now you'll notice that the area might turn white at first. That's basically due to increased water uptake. The stratum corneum on your feet, especially the soles of your feet, but also around your toenails, is very thick. The stratum corneum, if you're not aware, it is the outermost layer of your epidermis. It basically is comprised of fully differentiated, mature, and now dead skin cells that have made this little tough shell. They're like a little hard helmet, and that's great. It's meant to protect the skin, right? It's the barrier. But with age and due to the nature of the feet, the water content there and in the epidermis can get quite low, and then you get this buildup of dry, thick skin. So once the skin is softened, it can be gently scraped away much more readily than if you just go in there dry trying to hack it off with the cuticle scissors. All right, have you guys ever noticed a horizontal ridge on your toenail? This is especially common on the big toenail, and it's actually due to repeated trauma to the nail. The most common culprit for horizontal ridges on the large toenail is your shoes. The nail is being repeatedly hit up against the toe box of your shoe. This can happen if your shoes are too small or if they're too loose at the heel, allowing the foot to slide forward and whack the front of the shoe. So the solution is to adjust your footwear. Make sure you are wearing properly fitted shoes. I cannot emphasize this enough. Not only is it better for your nail health, but you will have much less callus formation if you wear a shoe that fits. For example, you might need a half size bigger, or you may get some kind of cushion or orthotic to better support the foot and to prevent it from sliding forward. This won't remove nail ridges, but it'll help prevent the issue moving forward and allow that nail to grow out. Nails, however, they grow really slowly, especially the toenails. It can take a year for that to grow out and go away. While you can file them to make that horizontal ridge less noticeable, I caution against being too aggressive and thinning the plate too much, as that can cause a lot of pain, discomfort, and ultimately make your nail more vulnerable to infection. So don't overbuff the nails. What about a cracked or torn fingernail? Those are even more painful, more miserable than a hangnail, and they seem to take forever to get rid of because, like I said, it takes forever for the nail to grow out. But there's a simple and temporary fix for a split nail. Get yourself a tea bag, cut it open, get rid of the tea inside the tea bag, and cut a little square, a little patch to cover the crack, and then put it on and fix it in place with clear nail polish. Or you could put a drop of crazy glue on top, aka super glue. This creates a protective patch that stabilizes the the crack and allows for the nail to grow out without bothering you and causing you unnecessary discomfort. And over time, as the nail grows out, the patch will just fall off and you'll completely forget that you had a split there. So that's a really simple and effective at-home repair that you can do with something you probably already have. Who here has ever had an ingrown toenail? They are very painful. But did you know that in many cases an ingrown toenail was something that you could have prevented in the first place had you watched this video? First, yeah, check your footwear again. Shoes that are too tight or too narrow in the toe, basically they can cause excessive pressure and contribute to ultimately the ingrown nail. When you trim your toenails, also make sure that you trim them straight across like a horizontal trim. That way when they grow out, they don't grow down and pierce the skin. When you have an ingrown toenail, you can also elevate the corner of the nail. Just get yourself some cotton, roll it into a little ball, roughly 3 millimeters in size, and use some tweezers to gently tuck it up under the nail. This basically works to lift the nail edge away from the surrounding skin. And that's going to prevent that nail from growing inward. Now, it can be a little annoying because the cotton might fall off and you might need to replace it, but it's a heck of a lot better than having an ingrown toenail. Now, if you have redness, swelling, severe pain, or drainage, then that's not something that you can take care of yourself. Definitely see your healthcare provider, a podiatrist. There could be an infection there, so you need to have that evaluated. All right, guys, so nail problems are really, really common, and they're the kind of thing that is miserable to go through, but these simple hacks hopefully can help you guys out in these situations. If you keep them in mind, share this video with somebody who has nail issues. But the key themes are: make sure you're hydrating the nails with urea or glycerin to prevent cracking. You can soften, thicken keratin before trimming with urea. And make sure that your footwear fits so that you reduce friction and trauma to the nail and the surrounding skin around the nail. And avoid aggressive cutting of the toenails. But if you have pain, drainage, discomfort, redness, see your healthcare provider for evaluation. All right, y'all. So I really hope this video of hacks was informative and that you guys enjoyed it. On the end slate, I'm going to put one of my other nail videos. Check that one out next if you are so interested. But if you guys like this one, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.